Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniXDB, my channel where I do all things Dragon Ball because Dragon Ball is a lifelong passion for me. So with that being said, as the title suggests, we are opening up the Blood of Saiyans Gohan Beast. And if you guys know anything about me and my preferences for Dragon Ball, if you guys are fans of my main channel, my trading card game channel where it started playing Dragon Ball Super the card game, you should know Gohan's my favorite character. Preferably adult Gohan, and Beast is something that's very, very hyped for me. I've gone in on the summons for him in both Dokkan and Legends. I mean, literally, it's my phone background it's my phone background right now. Like this is a really, really cool unit. I'm happy to have pulled him. So I am excited to open up this and showcase it and rate it. That being said, I just want to let you guys know that I am trying to get monetized in this channel before the end of January. I want to be monetized by the time Dokkan comes out with their next anniversary, so I can really go hard in there and feel a little better about the investment. So every subscriber counts. So if you like the content and you want to see more things, whether it comes to more figures, Dragon Ball Legends, Dragon Ball Dokkan, future manga chapters, reviews, anime reviews when Daima comes out, anything Dragon Ball I want to do on this channel. Even go back and dive into some of the stuff that happened before. So this is the start of it. If you want to help support, and I'll make sure that I keep making content that's, entertaining. So with that being said, let's unbox this bad boy. Right, and I know we're not that big of a channel, but you know what they say, shoot for the stars, and even if you miss, you land on the moon. So let's see if we can get this to 100 likes, ya dig? And we will try to undo this tape. It's actually proving to be some very, very menacing tape. So we're gonna get that, and we're gonna get that. Never doubt the power of the Conquistador Sword of letter opening. It is just a movement on its own. It's one of my prized possessions, to be honest. All right, so we have proceeded to get this open. We are going to see this guy. Ah, my gosh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it already. I love the metallic hair that Blood of Saiyans always does. And, I already loved how Ultra Instinct Goku could look. So it's just even cooler to have one of my favorite characters in there. Box all done skis, and we will now have that fall over on the wayside. Cool thing going here. We've got pretty much most of this. You guys can see it comes in 3 parts. The hair is extremely tall. We are going to open up the body. I gotta be very careful about these fingers because, extremities pointing out like this have to be the easiest thing to potentially get broken. And this one wasn't really that easy to find. Like, I couldn't find it at all when I was at New York Comic Con. And each Blood of Saiyans batch comes out, like you guys should already know if you collect figures. They come out in batches. So this one's like Future Gohan, a Bardock, a Super Saiyan Gohan from the same movie as this, and then one more. And then this Blood of Saiyans is apparently Premium Bandai. So it was a little harder to find. So I'm just trying to be a little bit more careful with the bang and his fingers because those are the parts that could easily snap off. So you get that long hair, you get that silver beast hair. We are going to put that on. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. And then we have his little leg mount. So we've got this guy. I'm gonna go put him on I'm gonna put him on the little display, and then we're going to showcase this bad boy. I'm just very, 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 very excited. So yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, so let's get into rating this bad boy. So this is the Blood of Saiyans Premium Bandai Gohan Beast. And there's a little bit to say about this one. The first thing I want to talk about, as per usual, is its pose. And when it comes to the pose, we are looking at him firing off the special beam cannon. And so right off the bat, I do have to give this a 7 out of 7 Dragon Balls. We're not even gonna front, we're not even gonna hold suspense. There are only a couple of moments, like I talked about this in my last Beast Gohan reveal. There's only a couple of moments you can really bank on with this character at the moment. And those moments are his actual his awakening, which much like Orange Piccolo, it has to have like aura effects around it to really capture the moment. you have the moment where he kicks Cell Max, which would be a really cool action pose, and then you have his main action pose, the special beam cannon, which is being shown here. So it's the hype moment for Beast Gohan at the moment. So I'm very much so going to say this pose, it's a 7 out of 7. And that's actually going to cascade into the moment hype, which is, it's right there. It's exactly what I said. His most hype moment in the entire movie, in the 30 seconds he was on screen, was the special beam cannon. So we have that being the pose and being the moment hype. I think they're both 7, and normally it takes a little bit longer to go through there, but like I said, with a character that doesn't have much screen time, there's not much to choose from, and there was a clear #1 moment / pose. So both pose and hype moments, or moment hype, is going to catch a 7 from me. I think there's only one thing that's going to capture this more, and that's going to be, I believe it comes out this month or next month, but there's another Beast Gohan who has the effects coming off of him. It's going to be something you can get from Tamahashi Nations, but it's a Gohan with kind of this, like, some of the ground around him. He's got the special beam cannon effect, so that one's probably the only one that'll go beyond. Like, I'd have to come up with some sort of rating for beyond 7, but that is going to be that. Yeah, that's just pretty cool in general. So now we're going to move over to the next one is going to be the sculpting. Now the sculpting here it's weird for me. It's hit and it's miss. And what I mean by that is when it comes to the muscles and the face is very important for a figure, right? Generally the face is going to be the hardest part to actually capture correctly. Sometimes the eyes can be weird, the nose can be weird, the mouth can be weird, but I think that this face is actually looking pretty cool. I think it's pretty concise, it's pretty tight. And then the muscles are like chiseled out of like marble. Like he is a hard-bodied figure. Mostly on here you get it with the arms and the shoulders and the forearms, and then the face. That's the most prevalent part, in my opinion, of the sculpting. But where the sculpting falls flat, unfortunately, are the clothes in some places. So it's hard not to look back and forth between the DXF Gohan and this Gohan, but when you do compare them, there are a couple places in the clothes where it's supposed to be torn from battle damage, and the DXF has, you know, the little hole on his chest under his pectoral showing skin, you know, whereas this one, it just looks like they kind of scooped out a little bit of the plastic or the PVC, and it's just like purple still. It's just a pit with purple. You still see the skin in the leg part, but there's just a little more detail in the DXF on his clothes than there is in this one. So that kind of just makes his clothes feel a little lackluster in this case, but the wristbands are super textured. They actually look like they have like folds or wrinkles in them, being cloth. The hair is really cool until you get to the hairline. The hairline, I believe, is kind of where it looks like the plastic or the PVC was like just, you know, adhered onto there, whereas the DXF kind of has a more smoother transition. So I think that in terms of coloration as well, like the eyes are very important. This is one of the first Gohans in a while that actually has like pupils. So the eyes look really good. The face looks really good. The muscles look really good. The hair being silver, like a shiny metallic silver instead of the blank gold on the DXF and some of the other figures, very nice. I am loving this silver metallic hair. It looks so good on Beast Gohan, or Gohan Beast. The Namekian brown bottoms, very textured. I think it's just the purple clothes and the battle damage on those clothes that sometimes fall short. So out of sculpting, because of these, I am either between 5 or 6. I can't give it a 7 because of how the clothes are, but looking at this, I think the important parts are here. I really do like the texture of the muscles. I love the wristband. Even the fingers, like the hand looks really good. I'm just kind of looking at it right now just to decide. I think that with the hair and everything the way it is, I think that we're gonna give this a 6. It's still a very cool pose. There's still a lot of detail on the clothes, just like that one hole in the chest just is kind of like a little weak for me. But I think that the sculpting is good. You can see the intensity in the face, and I'm really happy about that. So next, we're gonna move over to the pricing. I think the pricing, I was able to find this at a box lunch in Fairfax, like Fair Oaks Mall, and it only cost $30. And I think that right here and now we have to kind of talk about that. All of these Blood of Saiyans figures cost $30, but the reason why I'm gonna go out of my way and say that I think this one it just gets a 7 out of 7 for the price is simply because it was a premium Bandai order. That's what I was told at New York Comic Con by the two different booths, the Bandai booth and the Tamashii Nations booth. They were both saying the reason I couldn't find it at there was because it was a Bandai, premium Bandai thing. I actually walked over past Times Square into the Tamashii Nation store in New York City, and they said the same thing. So you had to pre-order this months and months and months and months and months in advance on premium Bandai and then get it. The rest of the Blood of Saiyans can be found in normal retail stores, which means that I was lucky to find this anywhere. This means that the store I went to had to import it themselves, and maybe they had an order, maybe they buy secondhand, but I got it for $30. And honestly, once it comes out of premium Bandai, one of the first things that happens with a lot of product that comes off of there is it immediately gets flipped for much higher. So I consider myself lucky for getting this for $30. So I'm gonna say if you find this for $30 at a store, yeah, it's a 7 Dragon Balls out of 7 Dragon Ball price. I'm not gonna front on that one. I think that that one is very, very, very good for what it is. So overall, what we're looking at is, once again, for the pose, we're looking at a 7 out of 7 Dragon Balls. For the moment hype, we're looking at a 7 out of 7 Dragon Balls. For the sculpting, just because of a couple of key flaws like the hairline and the detail in the clothes, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 7. And for the price, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 7. Maybe a little bias here, but I do love me some Beast Gohan, so I am very, very, very excited to see this here. The last thing I wanted to say before I put this guy in my collection and have that video for you is that super, super, super excited to see what other figures we get on here next. We have just pulled Beast Gohan from Dragon Ball Legends, and maybe if you guys let me know in the comments that you're interested, I'll do a PvP video on that, just in my ladder. And then the last thing I want to say is go in the description, maybe check out the Discord. We have a lot of channels for the card games, but I've made a UniXDB channel for or category for my Discord where we can talk about any of these Dragon Ball games. You can post your own figures and collections, anything like that, just building a community. So thank you guys. Like I said, trying to get this video to over 100 likes and trying to get this channel up to 1,000 subs. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your time, and let's shelve this bad boy and then end the video. See you guys next time.
All right, so we're back at the Dragon Ball Superhero shelf. I think what I'm gonna do here is push this Gohan right back here, push Gamma 1, Gamma 2, and then we just let this guy take the forefront right there with the special beam cannon. Yeah, we are definitely down for that. Closing that right up here. Dragon Ball Super Shelf coming in pretty clean. Definitely digging. If you want reviews on this Gohan or this Piccolo or this Goku, they're already on my channel. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. No matter what we happen to do on Dragon Ball, it'll be on this channel. So thanks for watching. You guys have a great day.